What's up, PSG and family? It's your boy PSG, and today we're looking at the outgoings from Paris Saint-Germain before the transfer window ends. Only 4/5 days left until the transfer window ends, and Paris Saint-Germain want to sell these players before, so they also can sign players before the transfer window ends. But we're only going to talk about outgoings, and the first outgoing from Paris Saint-Germain is Keylor Navas, and he is directly linked to the Fabian Ruiz deal. Keylor Navas has two options: either go on loan to Napoli or terminate his contract and then sign a 2-year plus 1 option with the Napolisian side. Fabian Ruiz's price will go down from 25 million to 20 million if Navas can be put into the deal. This is what Paris Saint-Germain are looking into, this is what Napoli wants, and this is what will help both sides, even the players. I see this very realistic. Navas just has to accept something. Right now it looks like he wants the contract to be terminated so he can get some money at least from his current Paris Saint-Germain contract, or maybe a mutual consent is possible. But if Paris Saint-Germain don't want that, because Paris Saint-Germain, it doesn't look like they want to terminate any player's contract and give them a lot of money, Navas will probably go on loan, maybe with an option to buy or something. Maybe even his contracts get terminated next year, or one of his years gets terminated. We will see what happens. Next up we have Layvin Kurzawa. This is a player I never thought would leave Paris Saint-Germain, but right now he has strong links with Fulham, who want to conclude the deal. They don't want a loan, they want a permanent deal. But they're also looking at Reguilón from Tottenham, so they have another option, and of course he's the better option than Kurzawa. It's all about the price, and I think that PSG should say, listen, you can get him for 1-2 million, so we can just get rid of him. The only problem right now looks to be his wages. He has very high wages at Paris Saint-Germain, and Fulham of course wants to lower them. But more news on the story coming later. Next up we have Abdou Diallo, who rejected a move to AC Milan. Maybe he wants a first team starting or wants a move to the Premier League. He is linked with Aston Villa, who put a 10 million bid, which was of course rejected by Paris Saint-Germain. I see this very similar to Kerrer. West Ham came out with a bid of 12 million, then up to 16 million and got him. But it's according to reports, it's only Aston Villa that's on the club that's after him. A lot of other Premier League clubs, including as well Roma from Serie A, and I said Milan also after him. So we will have to see what happens. But I see Diallo 100% leaving Paris Saint-Germain, with him wanting to be sharp and fit for the upcoming World Cup that Senegal are playing in. Talking about Senegal, we have another Senegalese player, Idrissa Gueye. So far, he has agreed terms with Everton. I think that Everton and Paris Saint-Germain have agreed a possible fee around 5 to 10 million ish, but the problem seems to be now Idrissa Gueye, who wants the contract to be terminated so he can get money, whilst Paris Saint-Germain want to sell him so they don't have to terminate the contract and will get a transfer fee for his transfer to Everton. I've also read that Porto and Sporting Lisbon are inquiring about this, but I believe that Idrissa Gueye wants to move back to the Premier League, especially Everton. More news coming on him. Next up we have Ander Herrera. It was reported all this time that his contract would be terminated at least one of the years and the other on mutual consent, and then he would go to Atletico Bilbao. What it looks like now, he's going there with a loan, with I think a buy option, very low buy option probably. This is very good for Paris Saint-Germain. We don't terminate his contract, we don't lose any free money, but we get rid of him from the contract. That's very good. Next up we have Rafinha. I read a lot of reports that Trabzonspor are linked with him, but one of the key stuff for them to buy him is if they made it to the Champions League, but they lost in the Champions League qualifications. So right now the Rafinha deal looks a bit improbable, but maybe they will try to get him for an even cheaper price. And I mean, Paris Saint-Germain got him for a very cheap price. They have even a resale clause from Barcelona on that for like 30-40 million, so they will try to get just 2-3 million. The reported fee before was 3.5 million, I think. Next up we have Eduardo Michut, who just Paris Saint-Germain rejected from Sunderland. 3 million offer plus a 30 or 40% resale on, which means that if Sunderland sell Michut in the future, we will get 30 to 40% of that fee. But Paris Saint-Germain rejected that. They want more money for Eduardo Michut. Great job by Antero and Luis Campos. Next up we have Leandro Paredes. Both him and Navas arrived actually in training today, but it is said that he has a loan option to Juventus, according to a lot of reports, with a 50 million obligatory buy option for next summer. I mean, Paredes, I've said I'm happy if he stays or leaves, but right now it's looking that he is leaving. Even Galtier was asked about the Monaco game with Vitinha suspended. He said that I have the options of Danilo, Paredes and Renato. So Paredes is still in Galtier's plan, as it looks like. But it all depends on arrivals as well. Next up we have Icardi, who is linked with Sevilla, but a lot of with Galatasaray. It seems like he has agreed personal terms with the club, and it's only between Paris Saint-Germain to fix that loan deal. Paris Saint-Germain will pay half of his wages. He will go on loan for 1 year to Galatasaray with a buy option, of course. Very good, because the thing with Icardi, it's not about the money, it's not about the quality of the player, it's about the drama he brings, and we want him as far away from Paris as possible. But that was it for the quick transfers outgoing from Paris Saint-Germain. Make sure to like this video for Luis Campos' sake. Make sure to subscribe for Mr. Galtier's sake. And make sure to just scream at the top of your lungs, Allez, allez, allez Paris!